Hey, folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Louis Carlin. We're right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North, Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. And if you haven't checked out my interview with Destiny World Wrestling owner and president Emilio Albi, check it out now. It's up on the YouTube channel. It's getting a lot of positive reviews. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It was a great interview. We talked about Impact Wrestling. We talked about the huge Steve Macklin Trent Seven, excuse me, Steve Macklin Trent Seven main event that was announced a few days ago. Huge main event coming to Mississauga, Ontario at the Don Carlo Arena. Destiny World Wrestling. We talked about Josh Alexander. We talked about a whole host of things. So check it out. My interview with Destiny World Wrestling president and owner Emilio Albi. It's up now on the YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out. Okay, so let's get into it. Mercedes Mone is teasing a dream match against Mickie James. This is on SE Scoops. Got me very excited. BQ just sent me a voice message. BQ, I'm going to have to check it out after I record that. He just sent me two. I'll have to check it out after the podcast, buddy. But Mercedes Mone teasing a dream match with Mickie James. So SE Scoops says, with the announcement of the upcoming joint show between Impact and New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Forbidden Door has busted wide open again. I don't know why they're using the word Forbidden Door. That term doesn't exist anymore. Well, the term exists, but it's meaningless right now. There's no such thing as a Forbidden Door. Companies are working together all the time. So, but anyway, scheduled to take place Thursday, March 30th at the Globe Theater in Los Angeles. The event, titled Multiverse United, Only the Strong Survive, will of course feature a stack card of cross promotion matchups. 3 matches, of course, have been announced so far. Will Ospreay versus Mike Bailey, Kushida versus Josh Alexander, and Jeff Cobb versus Moose. Following the news of Multiverse United, many fans and Knockouts champion Mickie James quickly pointed out to a multitude of possibilities for additional matches on the card. When Impact Wrestling announced Multiverse United, Mickie James responded. She tweeted out, "Ooh, the possibilities," and then Mercedes Mone on Instagram posted a picture of herself with Mickie James. It says, as one fan, Wrestling Galaxy made their pitch for the match on Instagram between Mickie James and Mercedes Mone. Mone reposted the photo of herself and Mickie James in her personal Instagram story, seemingly indicating her interest in the Dream Affair. So Mercedes Mone teasing a huge match, possibly at Multiverse United against Mickie James. My goodness, if that match becomes a reality, if they announce that match, holy cow, that's going to be an absolutely incredible match. It says, as Mone continues to tease a match between the two, Mickie James spoke with SE Scoops last month about Mone's journey into free agency. Amidst the discussion, James revealed that she's been yearning for a singles match with the former WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. She said, I never had a singles match with her, and I would really love to have a singles match with Mercedes Mone. My goodness, they got to book this match. This match has to happen at Multiverse United. Mickie James wants it. It appears that Mercedes Mone wants it. She's tweeting out on Instagram. She posts this picture of herself with Mickie James. I hope they make the announcement soon. I know there's going to be a number of Impact Wrestling knockouts on the show, Multiverse United. I'm hoping we see some talent from Stardom come over as well to compete against Impact Wrestling knockouts. But Mickie James against Mercedes Mone, if they announce that match, my goodness. And, the show is almost sold out. There's like less than 50 tickets left. Less than 50 tickets left for this show at the Globe Theater on March 30th in Los Angeles, WrestleMania weekend. So less than 30 tickets left. I'm sorry, I think it was less than 50 tickets. Less than 50 tickets left. So the interest is there. It's going to sell out for sure. And I'm hoping they announce Steve Maclin versus Kenta. I'm hoping we get Sami Callihan against Minoru Suzuki. And I'm hoping we get Mickie James one-on-one with Mercedes Moné. But I love that Mercedes Moné is teasing the big match here, the dream match with Mickie James. And I'm hoping, like I said a few moments ago, I'm hoping it becomes a reality on March 30th at the Globe Theater. Multiverse United, Impact Wrestling versus New Japan Pro Wrestling. All right, so the Knockouts tag team titles will be on the line at No Surrender. It was announced today. The Death Dolls. It looks like it's going to be Jessica and oh no, all three of them are. I thought it was just Jessica and Taya Valkyrie, but Rosemary's in the background. But I think it's going to be Jessica and Taya Valkyrie defending the titles against the Hex, Allysin Kay, and Marti Belle, who made their return to Impact Wrestling last Thursday. Says Impact Wrestling has announced a Knockouts tag team title match for No Surrender, as the Death Dolls defend their titles against the Hex. The event happens on February 24th in Las Vegas. So here's the updated lineup. The lineup for No Surrender is just out of this world, man. So we have Josh Alexander versus Rich Swann for the Impact Wrestling World title, Impact Wrestling Knockouts Championship, Mickie James against Masha Slamovich, Impact Wrestling World Championship #1 contenders match: Brian Myers versus PCO versus Steve Maclin or Rhino versus Eddie Edwards or Heath. Steve Maclin better win this match. I love the slow build that they have between Steve Maclin and Josh Alexander. They're gonna collide soon. They're gonna have they're gonna collide in the ring really soon. They're on a collision course, and Steve Maclin better win this match. That's all I gotta say. I'm just gonna say he better be he. We know he's gonna defeat Rhino. You know, I'm not spoiling anything, but I mean it's common sense. He's not losing to Rhino. So Steve Maclin better not lose this match. He better win this #1 contenders match. Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Championship. I just announced Death Dolls versus the Hex. Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and Kushida versus Bullet Club, Ace Austin, Chris Bay. Bullet Club's Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Kenta. Deanna Praza versus Giselle Shaw, and Mike Bailey versus Jonathan Gresham. My gosh, that is a loaded lineup, and they're still going to announce more matches, I'm sure. But that's a loaded lineup for No Surrender. That's going to be one hell of a freaking show. I can't wait for that, man. That's March. I'm sorry, February 24th in Las Vegas. My goodness, and I want to see Maclin and Kenta face off No Surrender. And then we have Multiverse United where they're going to announce Steve Maclin against Kenta. I'm hoping they have to. That's the only logical thing for them to do, right? Steve Maclin against Kenta, Sami Callihan against Minoru Suzuki, and of course Mickie James against Mercedes Moné. Hopefully, those three announcements will be coming very, very soon. I like the Hex. I'm glad the Hex are back in Impact Wrestling. I'm really glad. They're the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Division really needed a shot in the arm, and they got it with Allysin Kay and Marti Belle. So I fully expect them to win the titles in this match against the Death Dolls. I hope they're going to be sticking around for quite some time. If they do win the titles, we know they're going to be sticking around for quite some time. Wikipedia, which is not really a source of news, but I was looking at Marti Belle's Wikipedia because I wanted to get some information, and it says that she's signed to Impact Wrestling, but that's not really a source of information, so I'm just going to take that with a grain of salt. But I hopefully they'll sign. I thought they were with the NWA. I was talking to BQ again today, but he had indicated that they're not with the NWA anymore. So hopefully they will end up with Impact Wrestling, and I'd be very surprised if they didn't win the tag team titles. I mean, the tag team titles should go around their waist. I think immediately. I think they're automatically the best tag team in the Knockouts division, in my opinion. And I looked on the Impact Wrestling roster. They're not on the Impact Wrestling website roster page. They're not up there yet, but hopefully they'll get signed to some contracts and they'll be sticking around for a while because they're a great duo. I love Allysin Kay, I love Marti Belle. Glad they're back in Impact Wrestling, and again, I fully expect them to win the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Championships when they take on the Death Dolls at No Surrender. And that's gonna be a hell of a show, man. I'm gonna say it again. That's gonna be one hell of a show. So here's this Thursday coming up on Impact on Access TV this Thursday. Here are the matches that have been announced so far. Rich Swann against Kenny King, Chris Bay against Kushida, Eddie Edwards versus Heath in a qualifying match for the four-way at No Surrender, number one contender, four-way match at No Surrender. Steve Macklin versus Rhino in a qualifying match for the four-way number one contender four-way match at No Surrender. Steve Macklin better not lose. Steve Macklin better not lose to Rhino. He's got to win that number one contenders match. So we're gonna leave it at that. If Steve Macklin loses, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do anything. But he better not lose to Rhino. He better not lose to Rhino. And I don't know who wins that one, but I think it's quite obvious Steve Macklin has to win that match. Because if he loses to Rhino, that'll be one of the dumbest things Impact Wrestling has ever done. But there's no way Macklin is going to lose to Rhino. So we're going to leave it at that. Okay, so nothing else really going on in the world of Impact Wrestling. I was very excited to see Mercedes Moné teasing that dream match with Mickie James. Hopefully, again, don't want to keep repeating myself, but hopefully they'll make that announcement soon. For Multiverse United, Only the Strong Survive on March 30th at the Globe Theater in Los Angeles. I'm checking all the time for new match announcements, but I mean we're already in February. It's already February 13th. Let's get some more matches announced. Come on, guys. It's not like they need to rush though, because they're gonna sell it anyway. I think there's like less than, as I mentioned, less than 50 tickets left, so they don't really need to rush the announcements. They're gonna sell out anyway. So we'll see. I'll keep my eyes open for some more match announcements. And that's it. Don't forget to check out the interview with Emilio Albi. It was a great interview. I had so much fun talking to him. I can't wait to do it again. It's got positive reviews. Check out the interview with Emilio Albi, Destiny World Wrestling president and owner Emilio Albi. He gave us an update on Aiden Prince as well, an injury update on Aiden Prince as well. So make sure you check that out, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. If you like what you're hearing, please consider hitting that subscribe button. All right, we're going to leave it at that for now. Any news breaks, I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. And stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.